Hello, Mrs. Hodap. Today is your episode because I accidentally doxed you. Um, Welcome to the TGOM podcast, episode 6. I'm your co-host, MegaRedsFan, here with my co-host.
Pale bread here.
So, I realized, Nick, Palebreadpainter, we've gone 5 episodes without talking about who we are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
We haven't
So
done one.
So we should talk. We should do that.
Yes.
Sick transition. So
Oh, man.
what year were we in second grade? 2007? 10? No, not 7. That's way too.
It was 10 years ago. Wait, whoa.
What year was Barack in office?
It was 2011. Yeah, okay. It was 10 years ago. Okay.
So Barack
Well, I can
was in office.
Yes.
What year did you say? 2011?
It should have been 2011 if it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, then Barack was in office. Anyways, that's not
Man.
important at all to the story. I live my life in periods of if Barack was in office or not. That's how I live my life.
That's how you determine, it's before Barack Obama and after,
Yeah, when people ask me what today is, I say, well, it's been a few years since Barack Obama's been in office, so it's probably a Wednesday.
Of course.
Of course, I'm more specific when I'm talking to people, but I actually have an app on my phone for it's called the Barack. It's the Barack calendar. Yeah, it tells me.
Dude.
And then there's like holidays, like when he did airstrikes against people in Afghanistan. Anyways.
Oh man.
So, 2011, we're in second grade. I'm 10, maybe. No, I'm not 10. I'm like 8.
Yep.
Or 9.
And on that day.
And Nick
second grade
stole my shoe, and I've been infatuated ever since. Honestly.
Yeah, I decided to steal your shoe because I wanted friends, and here we are.
And that's how you. I mean.
That's kind of how we. Got acquainted, I guess.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely how it happened. That's how I met you, I guess.
Like that is the strongest impression when it comes to it. When my first memories of you, the strongest impression I have is me stealing your shoe.
Yeah. So through second grade, I hated Nick. I'm pretty sure most of it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I went through multiple periods up to high school where I either hated Nick or I thought Nick was my friend. So second grade was a period where I liked Nick, like after he stole my shoe, and there was a period after that where I hated him, and then I liked him, and then I hated him again at the end of second grade, I'm pretty sure. And then we didn't see each other for the rest of at least if not that I really remember.
Yeah, I don't remember us meeting again until 6th or 7th grade of middle school.
And then it was middle school, and then I hated him because he talked a lot. And we had typing class together, which is crazy. Yeah. We were some of the last people to ever take a typing class.
Yeah,
which
that
is
was a
awesome.
fun class.
It was awesome because we didn't do anything. We just typed and played games that had to do with typing.
Oh god, I didn't like that guy who sat next to us though. I don't remember his name. I just remember he was real annoying.
Oh, you mean the leader of Egypt? Sorry, this is the deep reference.
Oh, was he? Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that we made him the leader of Egypt.
That's a deep cut.
Dude, bro.
I guess we should talk about Egypt, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
So, yeah, typing class, we talked, and one of the most notable things I remember is not Nick saying Mealy. That is one. That's not one of them. We were talking about Pokemon, I guess, and you were talking about the first 3 Pokemon games or something, and I wasn't listening, so you pushed my chair in to crush my ribs. And Mr. Othel, our teacher, didn't stop. He was just like, I don't know, you guys are gonna hurt yourselves. And I was like,
I don't remember that.
I remember that because I remember you like no, there was Pokemon Red, then Pokemon Blue, then Yellow, and I wasn't listening or I was mocking you or something, so you pushed my chair in. Yeah.
I vaguely remember this. I feel like you might have been mocking me, so I might have
Yeah,
just
I
been like,
probably
all right.
was because I probably didn't like Pokemon yet, so I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you used to hate Pokemon back then because whenever I
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh, dude, Pokemon's a cool game," and you're like, "It's just another reboot. They suck." And I'm like, "What?"
So I hated you, so I stopped talking to you. Then I went to sit with Caesar in computer class or
Mhm.
typing class. Was his name Ethan? The guy who sit
Whoa.
next to you. The guy.
I
Sorry, I'm
I feel like
jumping.
it. I feel like it was either Garrett or Ethan. One of those.
Yeah, it was in there. Do you still have your
Yeah,
art notebook? It probably is in
I
there.
do. I don't think I ever. Oof. I don't think I ever wrote his name in there though.
Okay,
Did
well,
I?
you can look for it, and I'll keep talking.
Because the art notebook was 8th grade, the year
Ye-
after, so I
Well,
was just kind of
yeah,
blocked from my memory for a long time
maybe.
there.
Yeah, you're right. Anyways, I hated him in 7th grade. 8th grade, I kind of trashed on him a lot, but I don't think I hated him, which was
Oh,
my
man,
fault. I apologize.
you're fine.
I was a
Well,
total tool in eighth
to be
grade.
fair, everyone in that class trashed on me.
Yeah, everyone
like,
hated you. Honestly, I'm
like
sorry. I feel
everyone would come to our table just to talk crap. I was like, oh, dang. I just
yeah,
wanted to make my drawing in peace.
yeah. That's
But
and then you then you played the Undertale song.
oh my god! And then like I pretty much got laughed out of that room. Like I wanted to leave.
Oh, that was so. There
Like people
was.
were cursing at me, and I was like, "Oh my god! I played it as a joke.
Like,
Why is
what
everyone
is
actually?"
this? Turn it off.
Yeah, like what is this poop? And
Yeah,
like I was like, "Oh my
they
god!"
played the same song like every day though. They played like the same
Yeah.
4 songs, but it was so funny. You got up there and played Undertale, and they're like, "What is this?" Someone's
See, I had played it as a joke because it's like someone said, "Oh man, I wish someone would play something different." I was like, "I'm gonna go up there and put on Megalovania." They're like, "You better not." I was like, "I'm gonna do it." So I did it as a
oh,
joke, and then everyone was cursing at me and getting real mad. I was like,
oh
"Oh my
man,
god!"
oh.
Oh, I
Didn't
was
someone play the Exotic Butter song?
yes,
Was
yeah.
that
I
you
played.
too?
No,
Or was
no.
that me?
They played. I don't know who played that. I just know they played it after my Megalovania, and then everyone was like, "Yeah, good choice." I was like, "Dang."
Dude,
Oh man.
that still makes me laugh because I just remember them be like, "What is this? Someone changed the song."
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if they were mad about it being Megalovania or mad that it was changed from the thing that had been playing for like 3 months straight.
yeah, I don't know, but that's so funny.
God.
Um, so 8th grade, I was kind of mean, but I think we were friends. I think I liked you.
Yes. Yep.
I think I don't. It wasn't until like 9th grade where we really kind of turned around to each other. Well,
Yeah.
I
Like
turned
we
to you, I
didn't
guess, because
start.
I think you always were my friend, and I was just being a total tool about it. My bad.
You know me. I
Um,
try to be as friendly with everyone, you know?
yeah, I know.
But
Um,
yeah, around 9th grade was when we actually started talking on Discord more and like actually started playing
oh
games
yeah,
with like
that's okay. Because at the end of 8th grade, that's when I was like, because wasn't it do I remember this correctly? Wasn't it my idea for everyone to get Discord
um
or somewhat mine? Because I was like,
you
guys, there's
you
this
had
cool thing.
yeah, you had told everyone like, guys, you all need to get Discord, and I had already like jumped on that
Oh
bandwagon
yeah, because you were
right
large
before.
Mike 32157 or whatever.
Oh my god, was that my name back
I
then?
think so.
I think I might have stuck with like the Minecraft username I had just because like, oh well, you know. But I had already had Discord at that point, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool, let's all do this together. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
and then we like started like 4 servers, and I left all 4 of them
Yeah.
because like
I'm in.
yeah.
I was in a lot of them, and like actually just like a couple weeks ago, I was like, dude, I can't be in these anymore. Like it just kept cluttering up my what
Do
servers
they
I have. I'm like, I don't need these.
do they still talk in those?
No, like they've been dead since freshman
Yeah,
year.
that's why I left because no one talks in them anymore.
Yeah.
And also, I just didn't
Man.
talk in general, so I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. um,
Dude,
yeah.
those were
So
the days.
ninth grade. I think that's when I started playing. We started playing games together too. It was definitely in
Yep.
high school.
Because I think
Yo,
the first game I can recall that we started playing together was Path of Exile.
it was
But
Path.
before that,
I
Min was
remember
a bit.
Trove. I think it may have been Trove.
Trove! Yes, it was
It
Trove!
was Trove, then Path of
Oh, God.
Exile, and then like Two
Yes.
Worlds and all those stupid free to play games that we
Yeah,
hated,
because
but we still played.
like because we were playing Trove, I was like, this is fun, but like, shouldn't we play something that actually has a modicum of progression?
What are you talking about? I could drop a giant ice cream cone. That was
You're right.
awesome.
That was the coolest thing about that game. You were like a
It was
ice
a,
cream mancer or
yeah, it was like
something.
a warrior class, but you could drop ice cream from the sky. I was like, okay, that's
Like you were
interesting.
like a candy warrior, some
Yeah,
crap like that. I was like, whoa.
yeah, Trove is weird.
It was, yeah.
I found some old messages where I said, "Do you want to trove around?" And I just want to
Oh, dude,
apologize for saying
I
that,
remember
ever thinking that was funny or clever,
that.
or I don't know
You
anything.
would have drove around.
I Oh man, that's
It's
so dumb.
Jacob's #1 catchphrase. You want to trove around.
You want to trove around? Okay, so
God.
I think one of our major bonding moments is when you told me your secret in gym class, or you
Oh
clarified your
yeah.
secret in gym class.
Oh
And
yeah. Like because I wasn't sure if you'd known or not by that point. So it's like I'm gonna just go ahead and clarify. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, like just so you know,
yeah,
yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like I never knew who knew or not because
Well, I mean, I made fun. Well, I made everyone made fun of you,
not about
but
that.
oh, I guess yeah, I made fun of you for Undertale.
Yeah. Oh man. Although of course you probably knew about that because frickin' Nathan
Yeah, that's
back in
probably
the
why I
day.
know. It's because Nathan
Yeah,
would make fun
because
of you
he's like,
about it.
go read a Bible. You're a sinner.
By the way, get a quick shout out. Nathan, screw you. I don't know where you are. I don't care where you are. I don't like you. I still don't like you, and I never will like you. Okay, moving on.
Oh man. Yeah, he was.
Not Nathan Bell from Tech Theater. You're awesome. I'd like you. So, sorry. Continue. There's two Nathans. One I despise, and the other one I like, really like. We're like good friends. So,
See, I'd met up with the Nathan we despise one time after that, and he wasn't awful to me, and it was really weird.
I think
Like
he
he,
was only awful because he didn't know any other way to be fun, or not
I
fun, but
guess.
like to be around, I guess. And I
Yeah.
guess the only way to be funny for him was to just trash on people, and so like I
Mhm.
took that to heart, and I was like, okay, well I gotta start trashing people. So that's why I trashed you, and now I don't trash you, except I do trash you
Ex-
sometimes. But
Except for in jest, you know.
yeah, well, you
Oh
think it's in
man.
jest. Anyways, yeah.
Oh, man.
So that's and now we started Frycraft. Well, I started it, but then Nick was the second one to join,
Yeah.
so he helped.
Mhm.
And now we're here making a podcast and talking and being two. We're just outcasts, you know. We're not
Hey man.
accepted by society anymore.
No,
That's
society
kind of
accepts us.
yeah.
Yes.
Society is mad that we exist because of how
Yeah.
outcasting we are,
We're just
dude.
too quirky for
We're
society.
too quirky. Thank you, Nick. We're too quirky for society,
Yep.
honestly. So I mean, I think that's it. Is there anything else that we've done that's notable?
Oh man, like just our weird lore whenever we play a game. We just add to
Oh,
our little
our lore.
world of lore.
We have.
Yep.
It's so convoluted. It's really
Oh
fun.
yeah. It's the level of convolution that only comes from when like kids from middle school keep something going on way longer than it should.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, when we don't need, it's not like we just remember it. We like keep building off of it, even though how little it makes sense because we made it in
Yeah.
middle school. We're just like, well, this
Mhm.
doesn't make sense, but we can just add on to it and make it make less sense.
Exactly.
So it's like a Jenga tower that has one
Mhm.
piece on the bottom and it's like broken in half. So it's like holding nothing up, but it's somehow
Exactly.
still standing. Yeah. And we
Hmm.
keep putting more Jenga pieces on top. We don't even take them out. We just keep, you know, that's what
Just
we're
keep
doing.
shoving more in.
Yeah.
Just keep shoving more pieces in. I'm
And
just
it'll
hoping it
collapse
works.
when we die. So
Oh man, if anyone tries to follow our lore, they'll just be so lost.
did you? Are you even? Are you looking for your notebook, or did you find it, or I? I
Um,
wasn't really. I
so
was curious.
I am sort of looking for it. It's somewhere in my closet right now,
Okay.
and like there's a lot of stuff in here.
Well, we can talk about it next time if you.
Yes,
You don't need to
yes.
find it
Next
now.
time, I'll find it and like, well, I'll use it as a reference.
Okay. Well, that's us. And now I want to move on to this picture Nick sent me that I really want to talk about because it's really funny.
Oh man.
So Nick's in a certain group chat I will not mention for his own sake of something. Um, but he is in a group chat. Well, it's a Discord server, but whatever. He
Oh, it's the
sent
best
that.
server.
So this was, by my understanding, was posted in said group chat or said
Mm-hmm.
server, and he sent it to me and another person because he was like, "This is crazy." I will now read you the Tinder profile. That's what it is.
Beware, it is
Oh yeah,
very
it's
uh
uh,
definitely an SFW, not safe for work.
it's not that bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's really funny. Anyways, so her name is Chrissy. She's 30 years old. She's 5 miles away from whoever this person is, and this is what it says. I'm ugly, so I'm easy. Can't get that girl with a great body. Girls here never answer or flake. I just want to say that sounds like a product line. Like, can't get
Yep.
this out of your car, or can't do this, buy this product. So honestly, so far her like advertising top 10, top
Yeah,
tier.
man, she's a great advertiser, you know?
Yeah. So for being an ugly fat chick who never says no. Zero demand because I know I'm worthless, cheap, easy, no one will know. I'll leave you right after you decide when and if you want me to again. And you can even close your eyes and pretend I'm someone else.
God.
Perfect for when you're desperate. It's gotta be better than nothing, right? I'm very attracted to men who want to kill me. Oh, God. And then she has the wholesome smiley emoji that doesn't. It's so funny. Oh, it's.
See,
Oh,
I don't know about you, Jacob, but clear match, right?
dude. Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I'm very attracted to men who want to kill me. Oh, and there's an exclamation point. Like, that's a good. Oh, dude.
Yeah, like,
It's.
and I'm very attracted to this. Like, it's like, oh no, no,
No, that's not a good thing. Chrissy, have some
Chrissy,
self worth. Oh my,
you can
go
do
to
better,
therapy.
Chrissy.
What happened to you? Jeez. I feel bad, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh,
get
it's
that
like,
girl with the great body. Girls here never answer or flake. Settle for being an ugly or with an ugly fat chick.
I mean,
Jeez.
I would feel bad, but they put a lot of effort into the writing
Yeah,
here.
and she,
Like,
the amount of work she put it. She must have had like 4 revisions of this. Like
must have. Like,
ugly fat chick. No, that doesn't really work. Let me. Obese.
yeah.
No. Zero demand because I
Like,
know I'm worthless. That's cheap,
bro.
easy. No one will know. I'll leave you right. There's so many commas.
I mean,
It just
if
keeps going. It
if
doesn't.
nothing else, she's gonna have a good job in sales. If nothing
That's true.
else.
That's true.
Yeah.
She knows what she's talking about. She
Yeah.
knows what
She.
people want, and she's offering it for them.
Yeah.
And honestly,
She knows
that's
how to sell
really funny.
products.
So Chrissy, if you're out there, go off.
Go up, girl. Live your best life.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
it. That's that. I just really wanted to talk about that because I've not been able to stop thinking about it because
If
it's
I ever find something at this level, I'll absolutely send it to you again.
yeah, it's that's just like oh man. Okay,
Whew, man.
so I know I mentioned this at the beginning, and it was kind of our intro, but I wanted to apologize, Mrs. Hodap. I did not mean to dox you on accident. So context, I was like on the TGOM channel page, like looking at stuff just because I'm obsessed with numbers, and egotistical. Um, and I saw there's a page for like subscribers, and there's only 2 there, even though we have 6. Go off us, by the way. Um,
Woo.
and it's you and your mother, or someone with your last name. So I asked you, I was like, is this your mom? And he was like, or is your mom subscribed to the channel? And you're like, I don't think so. I've never told her.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I
I've
was
never
like,
even talked
so
to her
I
about the...
I sniffing tool to send it to you, and you're like, oh, I guess so.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, oh,
I
I
had
just.
never even told her that we were doing a podcast. I don't know how she found it.
And I was like, oh, well, sorry for doxing your mother. I was just like looking. I was like, oh, cool. There's someone here.
Also, I think it's kind of funny. You're like, sorry for doxing your mother, so let's talk about the fact that I doxed your mother, and here's her name.
I didn't say her name. I said her last name, but there's a lot of Hodaps in the world, I bet.
I thought you said her first name, but
I don't think I
maybe
did.
I'm crazy.
I said
Maybe
Miss
I'm crazy.
Hodap.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, that's funny though.
Yeah. So
I had no idea that she was even subscribed until that very moment.
yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Thanks for the support, mother.
Okay, so what else? Funny? Do you want to talk about funny bad movies? Because we've had this on here for a while. We've never talked
Funny
about
bad
it.
movies. Oh, I know exactly the funny bad movie we should talk about. I think we both know the exact movie that is
Yeah,
just
you're
great.
right. You're right.
That we'll never dislike that movie. It's just it's too good.
Yeah, we're talking about, for those who don't know, The Mummy 2, Scorpion King with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Brendan Fraser. No, Willy's Wonderland. I'm pretty sure is what you're talking about.
Willy's Wonderland.
Dude,
The best Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff movie I've ever seen.
like the best hour and 30 minutes of my life, I think.
Oh yeah, I think that I've never watched a movie and had more enjoyment than I have with that movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's the worst movie I've ever watched, but I've enjoyed it most out of everything. Like, it's so good.
It's so bad. It's so nonsensical. It's perfect. Honestly, it's like the perfect movie.
It really is. I want to see the sequel.
Dude, Willy's Wonderland, that's going to be the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's going to actually be canonically after Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and you're going to see Nick Cage drive by in his car, his Camaro, while he's drinking Punch energy drink.
Why do I kind of want that to show up in the movie?
That would be awesome.
I would love for Nicolas Cage to just drive by, looking out his window, drinking, not even looking at the road, just staring at the camera as he drives past. Just in the background,
awesome.
That would be the best cameo ever.
It's so bad.
We need our Nick Cage cameo from Willy's Wonderland in the new FNAF movie. In 20 years, whenever that movie actually comes out.
I don't think it's ever going to come out. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be straight up.
They have been making that movie since 2016. That's when they started making this movie. And the writing has gotten scrapped so many times. The budget was always over. They just never make it work. But apparently they actually have a production company for it now, Blumhouse, which we all know.
That. That's the last thing I heard about it.
Yeah, we all know how Blumhouse can make great movies on a budget, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it ever actually gets made. Oh man.
Yeah.
I really want to see that movie. I'm gonna see that movie when it comes out. I need to see what that's like.
The FNAF movie?
Yes, I need to see if it's hot trash or actually surprisingly good.
We can just go together and just make fun of it the whole time.
Yes. I'm about it.
Have I told you when I went to go see Black Panther with 2 of our friends, and in the middle of the movie when someone died, I said, "Oh, she's dead," out loud, really loud.
Did you really?
Yeah, it just like came out, and I was like, oh, she's dead, and they both laughed at me, and I didn't get mad, or no one got mad at me. The power also shut down in the middle of that movie, so the movie stopped, and someone farted while the lights were out. It was really funny. I remember that distinctly.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow. Man. Honestly, I liked the Black Panther movie. That was a good movie in my opinion. It wasn't bad. I liked it more than I expected, at least.
Yeah. Do you remember? You definitely remember Kid Nation.
Kid Nation. Oh yes.
I love Kid Nation. It's so funny.
It's too good.
And you don't understand. Like, I've watched a couple people react to it. I don't think you fully understand until you watch the show itself. Like, I haven't watched the full thing. I watched like the first 3 episodes or something, and the scope of the horrible idea this is just doesn't hit you until you watch it.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the 3rd episode, they're like, our water pump is frozen. And the water is frozen. We can't drink. We have no water. And it's like, are you kidding me? They don't have water.
Like, they have no water, so they can't even make their food.
It was so... It's like, how is this possible? How is in 2007? How is this possible?
Like, when someone describes this show to you, you're like, okay, well, how does this work? And you're like, okay, well, I guess, I mean, they must not have to deal with that, right? You know, it's like, okay, where do they go to the bathroom? Where are they getting their food? Where is all this coming from? Like, what is all this? And you're like, okay, well, maybe they supply it. Nope. Not really.
No.
Gotta kill their own chickens.
And then there's the vegans. The vegan kid who locks herself in with the chickens.
Yes. I still to this day will always imagine her with dynamite.
She has a trench coat on. Like, you gotta get out of there, Stacy. We gotta eat something. We're gonna die. And she's like, no one's coming in here. She opens it up. There's just a timer. And 4 blocks of C4. It's like, oh. Who gave you that? The producers. They wanted more ratings on the show.
See, awesome. Every time I think about that show, I'm like, dude, I want a season 2. But then I'm like, dude, I don't think kids should have to go through this again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like, kids, no one should ever do this, but I would die to see season 2.
Right? Like, oh my goodness.
But make the kids don't make the kids younger, because if you make them too young, they're just gonna die, because they can't do anything.
Yeah.
But I think they picked the perfect age range, honestly.
It was what, 8 to
15? It's 15, 15, I think. I think so.
Yeah, they couldn't have anyone younger than 8.
Yeah.
Once you're younger than 8, you're not even first.
And even the 8-year-old left. Jimmy, he left.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it. It was a lot. And then
then Jay Karsh, Jonathan Karsh, not announcer, the leader of the show, the host of the show. He didn't, you know how you usually kneel down when you're talking to a small child, or people kneel so that they're on their level? Jonathan Karsh just stares down.
Yeah,
and he does that to every single child. He looks straight down. He doesn't kneel. He doesn't talk quiet, or he doesn't do anything. He just talks to them like they're a person. He's like, "Hello, child. Are you sure you want to leave, Jimmy? Leave this all behind?" He's like, "Yeah, get me out of here." Oh, dude, it's awesome.
This is the most traumatic experience I've ever had in my life. So yeah, I went out.
Yeah, and they had one porta potty for 2 days, and it was maybe longer than 2 days, and there was mounds of crap and child in urine, and no one wanted to clean it out, and they had to win a challenge to get more bathrooms, and they almost picked a television.
Yeah, it's do we want a TV or be able to use bathrooms?
Oh,
I wonder,
dude, and I cannot get over how stupid the council was, especially the first one.
Oh my god. I really wish I knew how they picked that frickin' council.
They picked them on age range and geography, but they should have let the kids vote on kids. They can't just fly kids in a helicopter and say, these are your leaders. No one's going to respect them.
Which is why they did it. They knew it would cause drama. It's like these
Oh,
poor children are better than you.
Oh, you're so smart. That's a good
Because,
point.
like,
Because
these 30 kids got driven there on a bus, while these
yeah,
4 kids came in on a helicopter. No one's gonna like those kids. No one's gonna
yeah,
respect them.
that's so funny. And there were 2 kids from our hometown, I think, and we were like, we
Yeah.
rooted for them. We're like, let's go,
Oh yes.
hometown.
Wow.
Our favorite character was Sophie, obviously.
Sophie was the best
We
character.
stan Sophie. She was awesome. She was like the
Yep.
only level-head person on the entire show.
She's the only one who could cook. She's the only one who was willing to
She
clean.
does
She
everything
was the
no
best
one else
teammate.
wants to do. And she did like dancing. She did danced in the street to get
Yeah,
a
she
bike
did.
from the store, and someone gave her the money so she would stop.
Yes. And then someone like run up to her and say, "Go get a job," and then run away.
Probably. Oh my, dude, it was so funny. And they had a hierarchy class. I was like, this is just built to fail. It's awesome.
Which is why it's so good to watch.
That's exactly. That's why we need a season 2.
Yes.
Me and Nick watched it. And we had some fantastical ideas of what should happen, like season 2, or like, because there are these moments in the show where like, oh, this could go dark really fast. Like,
Yes,
especially
we
with
need a dark
Chicken Girl, where she's
Yes.
like sitting by herself, like just in the or near the chicken coop. Like, I'm not
You
gonna
gave-
let people kill these chickens. And we could just,
Yep.
I could imagine her whittling a stick, making it
Yep.
really sharp.
If you gave
this
her
is-
any kind of weapon, she would have stabbed a
Oh,
kid.
she would have
You know
attacked
she would.
someone for sure. I'm
Yeah.
surprised she didn't throw a chicken at him.
She was manic.
Yeah, she was like going, and she had 2 followers with her too. They had like a cult of the chicken. It was
She had
awesome.
2 followers.
I could not. I was waiting for them to like pull out wood spears and like stab through the chicken wire. It was like,
Oh.
it was
Like-
so funny.
Like, the adults did nothing to help them.
And the
At
adults do
all.
nothing. They
They
just film.
They just stand there recording these children suffering.
Oh, like,
Like, bro.
this is good stuff.
Like, these children are like having breakdowns, and these adults
Yeah.
are like, "All right, keep it
Yeah.
going."
Jimmy has a breakdown. The young kid who leaves has a breakdown and runs away, and the cameraman finds him and then just records him.
Yep.
It doesn't tell anyone. At least he doesn't. They don't show him telling anyone. He just records a small child crying behind a house or wherever he was.
You know that guy in his head was like, "Ooh, if I find him first, I can get some good shots."
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get a raise from Jay Karsh if I can get this kid on
Yep.
camera. Dude.
And like everyone else is still like looking for him and stuff, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Dude.
Like, and because don't they only do like the situation where you can go home?
It's
only,
every
like, once a
5
week?
days. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
once a week.
So, like that happens on like a second or third day, so that kid had to wait 2 or 3 more days until he could
Yeah,
decide
and you
to go
can't call home unless you win the gold star.
home. Yep.
And there's one phone, and they lock it behind a key, behind a, like, a
Yes.
lock. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why would you?
The only way you can use that phone is if you are a winner, or if you want to go home. So you either lose
I
out
don't
on
even think
everything.
Jimmy used the phone when he went. I think Jay Karsh or a producer called home.
Do they really? They don't even let
I
him.
bet.
Wow.
'Cause Jay Karsh is
That's-
probably like,
yeah.
you don't even get, if you don't get their order, you don't get to call home.
You don't get your one phone call.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he said that, because he's like, he does not know how to deal with children at all. Not to say I
Yeah.
do, but like, that's not how you do it. How he was like,
Yeah.
staring down at, no.
Oh, my goodness. that show, it's amazing.
It's so good. And we had thought about them like going into a weird Mad Max future, where they like take over, like kill all the adults or something, and they start just like the four teams turn to like
So-
4 factions.
Dude,
And
all right. I would low-key really enjoy seeing that show, but like all of the same kids, but 20 years later.
dude,
Like just all grown up. You know, like think about that.
that would be
That would
awesome.
be-
It'd be
that
even
would be so
funnier
awesome.
if they like didn't tell them and they like kidnapped them and then took them back to Bonanza City, and they
Having-
just left them. and then put a big border around so they couldn't leave.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Sorry, guys. You signed a contract like 20 years ago that said you could do this, that we could do
yeah,
this.
it said we would make a season 2 if we wanted to.
Yep.
And we would kidnap you to be in it.
And it's like, oh yeah, you guys now have to finish Bonanza City, but without our help now.
Yeah, the point is to make a thriving metropolis out of this dead New Mexico town.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was after the episode, like it's like the first episode where they like blue team spray paints, or not like chalks red team's side or whatever, with like blue rules, red stinks or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, it would be so funny if this broke out into like a civil war. And like they didn't stop it. Like the cameramen were just like, "Oh, this is awesome."
Yeah, man, it's content.
And they had to fight over the remaining food and like the water well. I would watch that. Not that no, I'm not even gonna apologize. I would watch that every single episode. I would, dude. Until the team wins, dude. I would buy blue team merch because that's the team that what's his name? The kid that is like nice every once in a while, but then he's like bipolar. He gets mad at someone.
Yeah, he's like the bully guy.
Yeah, but he's like the oldest one, and he like beats up on the red team's captain.
Yeah.
Like, the town. I mean, by the way, can we just talk about how annoying that guy is?
Which one? The guy with glasses?
The red council, guy with glasses who came out from the helicopter. He is so bad at leading. He just tells people what to do and then walks away. And it's like, you're not gonna help or anything. You're just gonna, okay.
Yeah, Sophie should have been on the council.
I think Sophie's on the council. No, I don't think. Actually, that's a lie. I think Sophie's always with the people, which is actually I think better, honestly.
Actually, yeah, because then she can like get things done without people thinking like, well, why do we have to listen to you? She's like voice of reason, like, guys, maybe they're right.
Yeah, I think Sophie's
up.
Yeah, Sophie's definitely better outside the council.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that the big like the final council, or one of the final councils, is like all dudes, and it's the oldest two guys, and then two other dudes. And unironically, I think that was one of the stronger councils. Because they didn't take crap for whatever the people like when they argued with them. They're like, just shut up and do it.
He really does yell at them to shut up too.
And if we want to live in this town, even though that they didn't need to really worry about it that much because there's a bunch of people that would get in so much trouble if they did die or even got close to dying. So, but they're like, if we don't do this, we are just going to die out. So we're gonna die out here.
Those kids were definitely going hungry though, for like.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Like, they were all probably like a little like nutrient deficient by the end or something, because there were like the littlest kids for like the first couple days didn't get to eat because all the big kids ate
the first
first.
episode they're like, I didn't get pancakes. Did you get pancakes? Some people are getting more pancakes and people aren't eating.
Yeah,
it's like
all
oh my.
Kids would take,
what is happening?
Take, like, double or triple servings, and it's like, bro, what? Like Jimmy didn't eat until like day 3.
Yeah, it's so awful. It's awesome. But I think, I think you really need that strong council to just yell at people to make them do things, because the kids are so like, I don't want to do anything or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta like kind of strong
I think it was
them.
mostly. What was it? What team was that?
Yellow.
Like little like the snotty girl.
Yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. Yellow team does nothing.
Worthless.
That's why Sophie had to do so much, because
she
didn't
took
do anything.
up the slack for both green and yellow.
Yeah, because yellow had to cook and they weren't cooking, so no one was eating. Yeah, food's really important to survival, and they weren't cooking. I don't know what was going through yellow team's small brains, but they were like, we don't want to cook. They weren't thinking, maybe people will die if we don't do that.
They also refused to do the dishes, so whenever
and
do the dishes, they're like, we're not gonna cook because there's no clean dishes. And I was like, what?
Yeah, and so Sophie had, and I think that's why we like Sophie so much, because she was like, yeah, I'll do it, because someone has to do it.
Sophie, she wasn't on green team. She was on the side of
She was on
let's
the
survive.
people's team.
Yeah, she was on everyone's team. She's like, guys, everyone, we need to all stick together
Yeah,
and
I think
actually survive this.
I think green team was the strongest morally, but I think blue
Yeah,
team was the strongest physically because it had the
yeah,
strongest kids on it.
they won pretty much all of the games.
And red and yellow were the weakest teams, and they would have died first in the
Yeah,
Civil War.
yeah. Like green was great support. Blue is great offensively because they won.
Yeah, we're now making a football team out of Kid Nation.
Yeah. Yes. Red team was still better than yellow because yellow didn't do anything, but red.
Yeah, red team was. I think yellow would
They
have
were
just
a little too broken.
died because they
Yeah.
don't do anything. I think red team would
They're
have
too
broken
easy.
up because their counselor was just a total
Yeah.
useless guy.
They could have done stuff if they didn't argue amongst themselves so much.
Yeah.
They fought too much.
So I think they themselves would have another civil war, and then they would split off and go probably to blue team or green team, and then the rest of red team would just die because none of them like the council guy.
I love thinking about the political situations of Kid Nation.
I mean, I am because it's fun to think about, like these
It
kids
is.
that are forced. Because it's
They're
okay.
creating a society, and it's
It's
like,
a
bro.
horrible thing to do. You should never send kids anywhere that has
the
no
desert.
food, water. That the water could free. You know, children should be safe. That's you know, people usually agree on that. So sending them to the desert in a abandoned mining
Actually,
town.
Jacob, I have no moral issues with this. We don't need our children to be safe.
It's
They
like
can figure it out.
it's like what? Who cleared this?
Yeah,
But
like
at
it
the
was
same
crazy.
time, it's like it's so interesting to see how they like make a government and like try to survive.
Yeah.
It's so fun, but it's so horrible. That's my take on Kid Nation.
I
It's
think
awesome but
it's
terrible.
because I think the reason it was cleared was because like when you say it, it doesn't sound as bad as when you actually watch it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, these kids go into a desert. They're like the adults are there, you know, to help guide them, make sure they don't actually die. But they have to like, you know, go through these little mini games and stuff and like do stuff to try to like make this society thrive. It's like, okay, that's a cool idea. Then you watch it and you're like, oh my god, they had to kill a chicken to eat.
Yeah, they have to decapitate a chicken and watch its body. Dude.
And they were happy. They were so excited to see that chicken die. I was like, oh my god.
They were like, yes, and then the chicken
Like,
girl
look
was
at it
like,
run
I'm going
around.
to kill someone.
Like they were laughing at it running around. I'm like, dude, that's a maniac right there.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
they probably have schizophrenia. All those kids, they've been
Yeah,
diagnosed with PTSD,
except
schizophrenia.
Sophie. She's gonna be like a therapist or something.
Yeah, and Sophie's their therapist. Sophie's everyone's therapist.
Yeah, man. Like she's the only one who kept her head on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, and she was like what, 14? Like, dude, imagine being 14 and being able to handle. Oh man, that's insane.
Okay. I watched a movie. It was a while ago. It was called Doom Annihilation. It's based on, quote unquote, based on the Doom game Doom, obviously.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Is it really?
It's horrid.
Sucks.
I think I sent it to
Most,
you. I sent you the link to like the Google page or whatever.
Oh,
But it is a slap to the face to what Doom is.
See,
And they
a lot of movies made after games are always crap. I'm gonna be honest.
They even put in like one of the scientists' names was William G. Blazkowicz, which is the main character of Wolfenstein, one of my favorite games of all time. And when I saw that, I paused it and was like, no. No. This movie is already bad, and now they're just turning the knife in my chest. So
They're twisting it.
So it's like this girl and her team. They go to the Mars to protect the lab that's there from asteroids. I guess they're like the security team.
Yeah.
And there's a random science guy that goes with them, and it just happens that the leader, the girl, who's not actually the leader, she's like the second leader. There's another leader guy, but anyway, everyone hates the girl because she like did something stupid, and now they're being punished and sent to this Mars place.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. They all die. Oh, spoiler, by the way, if you wanted to watch this movie.
Spoiler, by the way.
So yeah, this guy is actually had dated the girl for a while for some reason. It's not important at all. He dies at the end. And they
They
like
all die.
have this stupid moment where she's like, we dated for like 2 weeks or something. He was like, actually, it was like 5, 6 months. And she was like, okay, whatever. And then at the end of the movie, or near the end of the movie, she's like, I remember every moment. And he dies. Literally, could not making it up, dies right there. Like a
Really?
imp spawned and just blasts him. And she's like, no! It's so funny. Anyways, um, yeah, the imps, which are like the demon creatures from Doom, they look like Power Rangers. Like Power Ranger, like the basic Power Ranger enemy, it's what they look like. And it was
That's
so funny.
hilarious.
Um,
Oh wow.
yeah. And there's the BFGs in the game, or in the movie. It's also in the game. In the movie, it looks dumb. It's a big block, basically. It looks nothing like it looks in the game. And,
Dang.
yeah. And all the guns are just like airsoft guns of like modern guns like nowadays, but they have like extra plastic
Oh.
attached to them to make them look futuristic, makes them look dumb. I don't know why they didn't try to make like the guns from the game and like make those.
So they were
Whatever.
trying to do it cheaply, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely
Yikes.
a cheap movie, and the VFX are pretty bad. Except the space scenes look okay, like they look pretty good. But then whenever the imp uses a fireball, it looks like okay, well, all their money is gone, I guess, because it looks awful.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they just don't like the movie industry just doesn't know how to make video game movies. They just don't. Like I ugh. I one day will get a good video game movie. Maybe FNAF movie will be, but we'll see. Ugh.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
That's my fault. I was I zoned out a little bit, but I heard you. Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad movie. And William Blaskowitz deserved better.
Yeah.
Anyways, I found this post. I'll just read it to you. It's another Tinder thing because I was curious. I wanted to find more about this stuff.
Mhm.
What do I want from this app? Same as anybody else. A fleeting but intense romance. We meet at a Ukrainian Airbnb. The sex obscene. My you can guess what it is. Blank renews your faith in God. Get married on international waters. Discover land. Use it to create research chemicals and sell on the deep web, which I don't think is a thing. I start putting our product in your food. You wake up one morning, the cicadas won't stop screaming. I'm long gone, helicopter to an undisclosed location. I have all your possessions. Maybe we meet again in another life.
What?
That's a.
You know
I'll
what?
send it to you.
That sounds like a great date.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's so
That's
fun.
always what I'm looking for. That precisely. That whole event, exactly what I'm looking for. Every time. See, if I don't get that, clearly a no.
Yeah, and it's like a whole. I never understood that putting like a story in your profile, like of how you meet, even though it's probably not even close to how you're gonna meet.
Yeah,
Like we
it's not a
meet.
normal thing. Like
We
it's super weird.
yeah, we meet in a Airbnb. Something else. I don't know. I can't think of anything. I saw another one. That was like this guy talking to a woman, like on Tinder, and they were like, or she asked him how tall he was, and he was like 6'2", and she was like,
Hmm.
sorry, I only date 6'5" plus. And he asked her how tall she was. She's like 5'1" or 5'3" or something. And he was like, what? Why?
That's really weird. That's
Yeah.
really weird. Like at that point, does it even matter? Like
Yeah,
it's
you're already
3 inches.
gonna be like 10 inches shorter.
Yeah.
So like, why would
Like,
yeah?
like I'm taller than that.
I'm taller than her. How tall are you, if you don't mind disclosing? I mean,
Clearly
not that.
7 foot. Nah,
7 foot.
five
Yeah,
five.
yeah. I'm 7'1", so I'm a bit taller than you.
I'm 5'5". See, all of the
Uh,
gays are 5'5".
I'm not 21. I'm sorry. I'm 13. I need a girl that can keep it on the low and still have fun with me. Just not too much without me. What?
Oh my. Huh? So is a 13-year-old boy trying to get it on?
I guess. I'm not 21. I'm sorry. I'm 13. I need a girl that can keep it on the low and still have fun with me, just not too much without me? What? What is that? Cannot have too much fun with me. Okay, let's get that in our heads. Not too much fun with. Is that in your head?
Mm-hmm.
Just not too much fun without me. Did you get that?
Okay, okay. I think what this kid wants is he wants them to have fun with him, but not to be too attached, but not to be attached to anyone else either, so that they can still come back to him to have fun.
This kid's
You know
playing
what I mean?
5D chess. I think. I think that's what this is. This
Clearly.
13-year-old's really on his. He's on his thing. What is it? You trying to let me peg you? I should have read
Whoa.
that. Sorry. You
Oh my
female, all
goodness.
caps, yes. Really? Yep, indeed. Sex? No thanks. Damn. Sex now? Doesn't answer. Sex now?
That's funny. Send me that one. I have so many people to send that to.
You're gonna send that in your chat?
Yes.
Okay. What's this? Sorry, I'm just scrolling because I don't know what else to talk about.
You've gotten on a kick for finding these
Oh,
crazy Reddit
yeah.
posts.
So I'm playing. There's this game called Lego Battles. It's not a good game, to be honest. Like the tracking is, it's like an RTS, which for those who don't know is a real time strategy game. Like StarCraft, which is one of the biggest esport games of all time. I think it's definitely big. I don't know how big, but it's probably big. It's sponsored by Intel, so it has to be fairly big. Anyways, so I've been playing it. It's a DS game, and it is not. It's a lot of fun for some reason. There's like 6 factions, and there's like a king, there's a wizard, there's space people, and then there's like pirates. That's 4, but there's like an extra one to each.
Did
Whatever.
you say space wizards?
Space wizards? No, there's space people and space aliens, and then there's like a wizard, and then there's a
okay.
king and his like army. And
Gotcha. Okay.
you like play through a campaign. You can play each campaign has like 3 acts. You have to play through all of it, and you like can unlock characters for multiplayer by playing through the campaign. And I've become incredibly drawn to starting an esports tournament. That's Pokemon or not Pokemon. Lego Battles.
Yeah.
Because, and I was like looking up online, like, do people play this anymore? And no one plays it. I found like a forum post from like 12 years ago, and I was like, oh, well, that sucks.
Jesus. What?
And it's like,
that game is so old then.
Yeah, and no one talks about it anymore. And the only like thing I can find of 2 people playing it is the video I sent in the Discord, where it's them like right next to each other. And they're playing it really fast, like even without it sped up. It looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, it's fun, and I would love to play it with someone. But it's like I tried to download the ROM. Don't sue me, Nintendo or Lego or whoever. And for some reason I can't download it. Like I start the download and it counts down, then it starts, and then nothing happens. So I was like, oh, that sucks.
Well,
So now,
you're downloading viruses, sounds like.
yeah, I downloaded a virus. So yeah, whatever. It sucks.
Here,
But I
I'll
have
see if
2
I can help you.
I have
since
2
I'm-
cartridges of Lego Battle, so I can play it. Like I have 2 cartridges for the game, so I can play it with someone else. It's just that I can't. They have to be right next to each other because the download play doesn't go very far.
Woof.
But
Yeah.
I still think that'd be a lot of fun. But
Mhm.
that's just me. It's because I really like esports. Like, I just the games that are played as esports aren't they're not that appealing. Like Call of Duty isn't that appealing. Counter Strike isn't that appealing to me.
Mhm.
StarCraft, I've not really looked much into it. I just know it's a big esport, as I've said. And League of
Mhm.
Legends, I'm just bad, so I don't,
Oh yeah, I could never get into. I don't think I could ever genuinely get into League of Legends. It's like it's a lot.
I think esports are a lot like normal sport, like football, soccer, baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
Because people that watch it don't play it, or they do
Mhm.
play it, but on the very casual level. But I
Yeah.
think with video games, it's brought to an even higher level because like so many people play these games that like they watch someone else play it competitively and they're like, "That's awesome. I wish I could do that." But when you play
Like,
like baseball,
same.
you're like, I could. I don't think I'm ever gonna be as good as that person. Which I guess you could do that in esports too. But I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I don't think I make any sense.
You're making sense. Like, I think. Oh, I don't know, because maybe it's just because I don't know much about physical sports, but like I feel like esports would be harder than being a physical athlete. Like,
In a way, maybe.
because like to be an athlete, you just have to. While you do have to think somewhat quickly, you just have to be faster and stronger than the other, right?
In
Like,
most cases, yeah, kind of.
yeah, because
Especially
in
in
most cases,
football, where you're just running and tackling, basically. That's like
yeah,
the
I
whole
feel like
premise.
yeah, like soccer's a bit different because you have to be dexterous,
Yeah,
and be able to move the ball in a way that
yeah,
you need
but
it to
with
move.
I think I know what you're getting at. With
Like,
like games like League of Legends, you have to have your
you have
tanks,
to have
your
so much
supports. You have to have all this extra stuff, and everyone has to be playing
at their
differently, but
best.
at the same time and together. And it's yeah,
Yeah,
which I think is pretty
because
cool.
like there's something like 50, 60 characters now, and like you have to be like, okay, the five of us need to choose the best team comp
And
of
we have to,
characters that we're all good with
and you have
and
to
manage.
ban the other teams,
Oh, yeah,
and you
and
have
like
to, and then you get banned. So you have to think around those bans, and
mhm.
yeah, it's yeah.
And then you
Sorry,
have to play that character at their very best because each character has its own way it needs to be played.
yeah.
Like,
Every
huh,
character is different, yeah, and you can't be a one shot.
so
You can only play one character. So that character is banned. You're just done. So you have to like
yeah.
master multiple characters to like
Mhm.
one fit team comp and two to be actually viable in the competitive
Yeah.
format. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
So
Yeah.
managing all of that, just like the mental strain alone
Oh
is
yeah,
just insane.
and the physical strain of you like whipping, especially with melee, where you get like carpal tunnel from
Oh
like the
yeah,
controller
like people will like get arthritis from
or
playing that.
arthritis. Yeah, I mean that's
Like,
not probably not as serious as a concussion or a broken body part, but it's still like
yeah,
it's gonna stop you from playing for a while.
yeah, it still makes it so you're unable to play the game now.
Especially
Like,
with StarCraft. Have you seen the APM actions
I've
per
actually never
APS?
seen.
What is
I've
it?
never seen
Actions per
StarCraft.
second, actions per minute of like a StarCraft player. Like how fast their hands are moving.
I have not.
They
Is it like
they move at
crazy?
like Mach 5, and they're like macroing everything. Like they're macro being like they're adjusting everything every few seconds or whatever, and they're like jumping from their base to make more things, and then back to their soldiers who are fighting somewhere, and they're like jumping, and their hands are. It's intense. It's like yeah,
Dude, I need to check that out then.
yeah,
But yeah, so on like because on some degree, I just think esports are a little harder. It's just all of it is precision and like thinking as quick as you possibly can.
yeah.
Like
Especially with fighting
it's
games. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean other
but
games
like
too, but yeah.
but with physical sports, being stronger and being quicker can usually do a lot more for you.
I
Like
mean
I
yeah,
feel like it's a little easier to take advantage.
I think there are parts in sports where you do have to be fast thinking, but I think your
Mhm.
fast thinking is usually based on, do I run left or right? Do I run straight? Do I go down? Do I do this? And in
Yeah.
esports, it's, do I rush mid? Do I opt down mid? Do I, what does my team want me to do? What does my coach want me to do? What do I need to do to win the game? What do I need to do to not die? What do I need to do to save whatever's happening? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
I think.
Yeah.
Is that it? Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. To close us out, I will read this final Tinder profile.
So this has been the TGOM podcast, Two Gamers, One Mic, episode 6, I believe.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I
It's
still
been a
haven't
good
read
one.
the Tinder profile. You started the outro. I haven't even read it yet.
All right, guys, that's it for today.
Anyways, this person's name is Chris. Oh, it's Chris with K-R-Y. Why? Who spelled why? Just
That
spell
is the worst way to spell
why? Just spell it
Mad.
C-H-R-I-S. Chris. My name's Chris. K-R-Y-S.
They have to spell it the most American way, or else.
Well, actually, I think it's a girl. Because you'll see why I think it's a girl.
Oh, okay,
About
okay.
me. This is all in caps. Not looking for a relationship or any sexual encounters. Serious inquiries only, please. Then she stops doing all caps. Looking for looking for a sperm donor. We are looking for someone who is healthy and willing to share their sperm, but have no obligation to child or any support. We are wanting to do at-home insemination, which for those who don't know, I think you know. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Yep.
That means they're on some freaky stuff. Anyways, we're going to end the podcast episode here. Is that it? I think that's it. All right.
That's it. Have a good one.
Gamers, be gaming. Mrs. Hodab, I wish you a nice day, or night, whenever you listen to this, or evening, or you have a great sun. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Goodbye.